What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We have at least the beginnings of a story mission here. I'm not sure if we can complete it during this episode or if we gotta do something else, but for now, we've been approached by a promising but demanding corporate contact. Or connect, I guess. Not sure how she got our card, but she's a Matsumoto biotech researcher with a big plan, just needs a cyberknight to pull it off. Matsu and biotech could take us in a lot of different directions. I'll leave the explaining up to Taylor Stryzek, but we wouldn't be working for Matsumoto. From what I've gathered, she's looking for a way out. As in, she wants to be boosted. Megacorps do the boosting, you don't boost yourself. Hold on to that thought once you've met her. Glad to finally meet you. Your face is quite the gatekeeper, but I understand the importance of avoiding distraction while you're working. Blur promises me that you're the right operator for my plan. If it works like this, you bitch the job, and I'll decide if we'll make our plan to pull your job off or not. Well, if that's the case, let me get to the point. I'm the lead in a biotech lab that is chasing some very important groundbreaking work. But my boss has another plan. She is rearranging things so that her inexperienced and unqualified daughter will be at the helm of the lab when the time comes to announce our results. Of course, she's trying to hide that from me. But I know her too well. I've worked with corporate VP Zara Eakins for more than 2 decades. They've tried to be subtle for a while. Now they're being blatant. The biggest tell is that her brat daughter is moving my lab to a research tower convenient for her life. Anyway, my plan. The first step in getting out is making sure that when I go, I destroy everything I've created there. They are having me watched extremely closely, so I can't do anything myself. But the quantum hosts and servers they're moving between the labs, they're vulnerable in transport. I want you to quietly, without stopping the transport trucks, deploy a virus into one of the servers. I'll provide the special device you'll need to wake the server in its cargo crate, and the viral payload you can beam to the server if you can just get close enough. Once they install the servers in the new lab, I'll be ready. Once I can be sure the lab will go down in flames, we can plan my exit. So we intercept the truck in transit and secretly deploy a virus. I'll admit, that is a plan. I have everything mapped out, including the routes and the oldest way station along the highway. And matrix endpoints for some exposed servers in the trucking way station that might get you an advantage or two. See, I told you she has a plan. So what kind of research are we talking about? I don't want to sound feisty, but we're just going to know each other, and you're asking for science secrets? I'm working on a cellular structure that will revolutionize medicine. When we release it to the world, you'll have had a hand in it. But let's pull a heist together, and I'll be willing to share more. So why make your own exit? A few years ago, a Jupiter group tried to kidnap me. As they say, tried to boost me. I guess they got interested in my work, and in what it is what megacorporations do. If your research team isn't cutting edge, then you boost someone else's lead. Matsumoto Security stopped them cold, but after I realized what Zara was planning, I looked at the events in a different light. Not that I want to go to Jupiter. With the civil war going on inside that megacorp, I'll pass. Well, we get to boost them on their own dime. Let's do it. Good. I'm glad I've convinced you the merits of my plan. We'll make the plan, Taylor. I'm not trying to steal your job, but I've spent the better part of a year getting ready for this. As long as your intel and plans are valuable to us, we will listen and decide what we will do with it. The truck job is ready to be planned at the Command HQ. Also, there is a trucking way station matrix node. So the trucks leaving the lab equipment are barely leaving Matsumoto territory. When they do, they come back through these transport way stations where everything is scanned over, verified, and routed by autonomous dispatchers. Sounds like a laundry list of juicy targets. With the proper matrix prep, you could be able to slow down the truck as it routes through the way station, letting you get close enough to inject the viral payload. And then Zarazada will only have a smoking ruin of a lab to preside over once I'm gone. Alright, well, we've got a heist to plan and a truck to hit. Stay in touch. Cool. Okay, so we are going to be ready for truck job. Truck job does have a preamble here that we can run, the 404X spike. Which, yeah, we can basically go for a solo hack mission. She gets some power level and influence and whatnot. It's basically just a raid trying to get stuff, but we can get the delay truck leverage for truck job, which will delay the truck for 1 turn. Pretty good stuff. If we need the time. Otherwise, we're going to simply run truck job itself. CK has to go on this mission, of course. Hackers do make this a little bit easier. If you bring a hacker in with you, they can just, again, make it easier. There's just stuff that you can do. Ultimately, we're going to go ahead and run the 404X spike to run the preamble here. I can spend 40k on some IO and 50k on some deck shield. I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm going to double check my hack. Yeah, I have no hacking station leverages. I could use efficiency grind, but do I care? I can't even buy this because it requires level 3. I don't have enough tokens for most of this stuff, but do I care about the host security and remote control nodes? I'm not sure. Actually, on truck job itself, let me double check something. Can I buy the matrix map for truck job? No. Since I can't buy the Matrix map, I actually want to buy some leverage for this itself. This is the scarier one. We'll start with 404x Spike. Ultimately, I don't have a lot of extra tokens I could spend, so let's just go here. We'll prep upsell. Your loadout can be, I don't know, who cares. Let's give you the sniper setup. It doesn't really matter, but here you go. You got some sniper tools. You're not going to be in combat, but you can't go without gear, so great. The important thing is he's got his cyber deck. He's got a decent level of programs loaded into it as well. Should overall be solid. Let's get it. So if we do this, we get some pre-mission leverage. This terminal has the transport verification records that Taylor provided plugged in. I'm ready to hack. If I need some pre-hack juice, I better take it now. And of course, there's the exit. If you can't pull it off, you have to get out of there. Someone on the team will pick you up. You know what to do. Check in and get cutting. Alrighty. So we have 4 turns for this. Let's log into the Matrix. Welcome to the Matrix map. Thankfully, it's a relatively small one, so it's going to be not a big deal. It is a yellow host. We have 40 for the escalation, so this is mid-tier difficulty. I've definitely been on this host a couple times already, even on this playthrough, so I already know what it looks like. We'll go ahead and load. Oh, I didn't think about this. My deck isn't big enough to host Sleaze 2. And have enough IO to also load Disarm. So I need to get a high-level cyber deck to make that happen. So maybe once I finish Truck Job, I'll have enough money, but I didn't think about that. That I was going to be memory starved here with a level 2 cyber deck. Got to remember to do that correctly next time. Let's go ahead and knock things down, though. I'm willing to tank the tally for now. We scan, we see the CPU's got to be right here. Ultimately, I'm ready to just connect over and use null op. Woke up to ice, doesn't really matter too much. Null op, let's count. We damaged 3 things. We destroyed 3 things. That means everything is gone. Scan, scan. Spike the CPU. Alright. Slam the CPU. Virus injected. Cool. So the mission is done. These got woken back up, so got to deal with that. Again, AP cost and tally. Sure. Let's go back up towards the entrance here. We know there's optional downloads over there. Let's go ahead and make our way towards these then. AP cost and connection use, of course, have to go. We scan. We get some new traps. I need to actually load... I need to load lower level sleaze here, because otherwise I couldn't fit more programs. So let's go up here. Let's see, if you exit the node, relocates. Download access, download. Okay, well we can do this at the end. I'll save this for now. We'll take this down, grab our downloads. Gotta take this down now, that's fine. Connect down. Now I've only got IO to load one other program. Let's go ahead and load Deception 1. This is, by the way, why I leave the level 1 programs loaded, like sometimes you're in these like IO starved states where I couldn't do the bigger stuff, so we might as well go this way. Damage to connection and connection use, pretty easy situation. Don't have the 5 AP to load a new program, so the best I can do is scan. And then next turn, well, I could walk over and null op. It'll probably be fine, so let's risk it. Let's go over here. We null op. We lose some health, doesn't really matter. We can see that we dealt damage to 3 things. We got tally for 3 things, so clearly everything is cleared out. We scan. We indeed see there's nothing else here. Ultimately, I have to wait for next turn anyway, but this was chill. So another small host. Plenty of valuable programs, plenty of really good talents, and yeah, we're ahead enough of the curve that for yellow hosts, we one-shot the ice reliably, which is good news. So, mission done during turn 2. I will continue to recommend that this is a very good hacker build. Feels good overall. I can walk away right now. The server's been spiked, we can extract, and we are good. Alrighty. Pretty quick. Milk run, to be honest. Eventually, power level will rise and it gets harder, but we could indeed capitalize on the insider intel. It's all about that digital advantage. Well, the truck with the lab servers will be moving quickly. The extra time will give you more options on the ground. Yep, that's why we did it. We make the plans, you just sit tight. Cool, he gains a bunch of XP, which is great. We have the delay truck leverage for truck job. Team gains a bit of power level and whatnot. Taylor's Reset gets leveled up. We get a couple of files we can sell at some point. Cool. All fine stuff. The hacker leveling up means we should spend the talents, though. Let's go here. We have +2, which means basically take the 3rd charge of null op. Let's also go even more aggressively throughout the Matrix. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is a really, really good setup for level 9 hacker. You cap these out, you take 1 in hard shell, you get the 2 in packet loss. And then we can either go up here to start getting anti-escalation tools, or we go up this way to grab 0 interrupt early, which lets us kind of disable 1 more space more easily. I think I normally go this way, but I'm going to try going this way instead. The upside of 0 interrupt is that it basically is as good as null op. It clears out the entire node, but it doesn't destroy the ice, so you don't generate any extra tally for it. So if you're going for like an SPU or basically anything that's not an alarm processing unit or the CPU, is your interrupt is just as good as killing all the ice as long as you don't have to walk back over it later on. Anyway, he's fine for now as he is. We'll figure out all the rest of that stuff out later. The important thing is we got what we want, and so now it's time to go for the field ops tokens, and let's make this truck job a bit nicer here. We can push the deadline back, don't want to. We can take active leverage for move speed and a move point. That's pretty decent. That'll get my team going pretty far. We can instead go for the pass leverage for +2 move points in the first turn. This is going to be pretty equivalent. I mean, let's see. If I'm already using Tactical Surge, that's +1 move point. If I'm using this, that's +1 move point as well. So if I spend at least 2 more points moving, then this 25% move speed is worth functionally 1 more AP. But I'm not sure I'm going to spend 4 move points in the first turn. I guess these are the same thing, right? 25 move speed, 1 move point, 25 move speed, 1 move point. I think ultimately the +2 move points is, I guess, just sort of more reliable, I guess, if that makes sense. I can use exactly 3 move points and get everything else going the way I want it to, so I think this is just slightly stronger. I'm going to go to, again, I'm going to double check that I can't buy any good leverage. I have the delay truck leverage, I have hot drop, I could buy lazy shift, I don't care though. I could buy a reboot truck to further slow it down. I don't care too much. By the way, this is passive, this is already going to happen, but that's fine. I can spend 50k for Mad Dash. I don't think I'm going to need to, so I'm not going to bother. But I will go ahead and say, at my hacking station, let's use efficiency grind, and I want to buy the security and remote control nodes here. That allows me to scan from the outside and see all the traps. I think it's more useful than the IO buffer here, so I'm going to go ahead and use efficiency grind. And yeah, security and remote control nodes here, matrix control map, that'll be kind of decent. All right. Now it's time to plan truck job. So we've got a lot of leverage. We've got our mercenaries. Got to move some people around as I want to run. Well, do I want to run the Vanguard or the Soldier is the question here, basically. Vanguard gives me better stealth tools. Soldier gives me better damage. I think I'm going to go for the stealth tools here. So I'm going to give you the urban assault setup. You are obviously going to be pretty loud here. It's going to be hard to fix, but you're hacking anyway, so I don't care too much. We're going to swap you to basically regular gunslinger setup. Oh, he's missing all the guns. Right. Okay, I've got to re-equip these then. Primary is going to be the revolver. Secondary is going to be this pistol. Switches out for a silencer. We'll save that as the new basic gunslinger quiet loadout. He should be pretty solid here. That looks pretty good. And then, yeah, we've got an assault rifle with a melee weapon. One thing I want to do here probably is... actually, do I even have a... Yeah, I don't have any silencers yet, right? So this is loud at 36 meters, but is accurate at 27. So if I buy a suppressor here, I can drop this noise radius by 12, which is pretty worthwhile. I think it's worth getting. I can equip it. And now I am loud at 24, accurate at 25. That's very reasonable. And then similarly for my... for you, I might do the same thing here, where I'm accurate at 19, I'm loud at 40. And I think if I buy a heavy suppressor and drop this noise range, I think, yeah, now I'm accurate at 17, loud at 28. That's not amazing, but I think it's still probably worth it. Maybe that's incorrect here, and I just rely on the SMG more instead. Honestly, the 28, yeah, let's just not silence this. I think it's not worth it. I think it feels like a little bit unneeded here. So this is the core squad. Hacker is here mostly just to hack. He's not going to use the gun very much, but if he has to fight, he will. Silenced SMG is the primary stealth tool for this Vanguard. Yeah, it looks good overall. No one has any talents to spend, so we are ready to rock with a decent amount of leverage. Let's go. Let's do truck job. Well, we're on the ground here. Let's get moving. Timing is going to be tight. Blur, where's our truck? It's inbound, coming down the highway, but should be there in less than a minute. It'll arrive at the start of the next turn. You're going to be in a foot race from here on out. The main bridge over the highway is lowered. They aren't making it easy for us. Without any options, it will pass at the start of turn 5, aka be done and ready at the end of turn 4. We could raise the bridge if I get access to the Matrix Terminal's RCU node. I could slow the truck down even more if I could reach the RCU fast enough. If we can't, the far overpass is their other option. The truck will pass under it. If we can't get the main bridge raised in time, we can aim for this overpass. That'll be at the start of turn 7, so I have 2 more turns to do that. Alright, well, my team is buffed with a lot of move points. We can tactical surge. And the nice thing is, again, the earshot range is the same as the actual weapon range, so anyone I can shoot can hear it, which is fine because I'm going to shoot them. It's all very reasonable. Now, it's worth noting that the Cyber Knight does have the best range here. Well, I mean, theoretically. But yeah, we can see that with the noise cutting, we're pretty chill here. Oh, I can't quite get those two without moving somewhere else. It's kind of too bad, but oh well. I'm gonna have to line them up. It is what it is. I don't want to get hurt because I want the silenced attack to go well. So this should line it up well enough. Actually, one thing to note, I realize I'm being kind of silly here. He can see the corpse. So we'll have to find some way to close him out if we want to stay stealthy in this mission. I realize that was a bit of a mistake that I made, so how do I handle that? Let's do a short yield, and let's clean these guys up in a little bit different way. So this gun is very loud. It's got to be SMG. And what I think I want to do, let me load up silence so I can run quickly and quietly. I'm going to go to, let's start by going to here. This should put me in jam kit range. Actually, not quite. Okay, I've got to turn off magneting and go to, well, let's see. Yeah, we go to here. That will be clear jam kit range. Turn off this camera. That's a good start. So let's kill this camera. Great. I'm still quiet. Oh, it's hard to get line of sight on that guy. That's annoying. If I go here, this likely works, and I can shoot both of them. That should be pretty playable, and we'll have the Cyber Knight get that kill. Or somebody else will, but it's probably the Cyber Knight. And actually, another option would be running really far forward and using Refract and blocking his line of sight. But actually, another option is, even beyond that, to run up and use Lure to turn him around. But I'm going to make the bet, and it might be wrong, but I'm going to make the bet that I can clean him out of this map in time. If I'm wrong, he's going to see a corpse, he's going to report it, I'm going to be very sad, but I'm going to take this risk here. Decent damage. 50% chance for the rest of the shots. Not horrible. She's out of action points, that's fine. Don't need to use Refract on anything, we're just done here. So this guy does have a sniper rifle, and no one else can do the shots. So, is it reasonable? Yeah, this is really awkward to shoot around. That's actually really high quality cover. There's just so many angles that it blocks. But I could theoretically go for shots here with a sniper rifle because it is just quiet enough with the noise of 36 and the range of 35 that I can actually shoot some of these guards down and do so cleanly. Ultimately, I'm going to have him be the last resort here. I'm going to the CK come up, and yeah, I chose kind of bad pathing. One thing I could do, though, is to just run all the way over here and atomic stutter him, and use a stun to end what he's trying to do. I can also use the bat. That's actually pretty valuable, is going here. Right, I'm going to get seen, I'm going to get heard. I'm in atomic stutter range, though, and I'm in attack range, no problem to knock this guy out, with absolutely no concerns whatsoever. That seems pretty valuable to me. No one else is going to see or hear me. Yeah, it seems pretty good. That's funny. He can't see me yet because I'm behind this guy to not get spotted. Let's go for this stutter here. I don't think I'm going to get this kill. Actually, you know what? I can still wait. I can take this. Let's see. You're going at 14, so a full yield is bad for me. I'm going to take this kill. Down you go. See you, nerd. It's a crit, which is nice. Okay, you see a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and use a look ahead here. And the reason why is going to drop his initiative to 12, which means I can now do a delay and go to 13 and not be last. What that allows me to do is have Egress come up, and with his silenced pistol, we'll see if he can clean up all these kills for me. So I'm going to start by going here, spend 2 AP, run to there. Let's turn off magneting. Yeah, 2 AP, go there. He should clean out of line of sight quickly enough. Yep. Not too bad. He's only suspicious of me. I'm still hidden. So pistol shot 1 should be a pretty easy kill. It is. And then can I wear this guy down? I'm not sure I can. If I go right here, 20 meters is not abysmal, but it's not great. 5 AP is enough for 3 shots, though. Accuracy looks decent. I'm barely out of range, so this is pretty good. And I have a pretty good shot of getting the kill. Because I'm still hidden, because he one-shot the other guy. He gets a stealth attack, so bonus hit chance. A stealth crit with 1 shot. That's fine. And will the 3rd shot kill? If it rolls well enough, it does. Nice. Okay. No guards, no anything. So far, so good. This means Upsell can sprint for the Matrix host. And I feel like typically... So the question I basically have for myself is, do I want to spam packet loss on this camera? I think the answer is yes. I don't want the camera to turn and see my guy. Both he and the Cyberknight can deal with this camera, right, and delay it further, but I think spending what's functionally 10 Matrix AP to further the delay is worth it. And so here we go. Here's the host. Let's use our leverage here to... we have the control node right here that we care about. So what we care most about is this. This is how we get what's most important. Go hard shell, overclock, and I can't load Sleaze 2, unfortunately. So I've got to go for Sleaze 1 to fit all the active memory. Learned that from the last mission. Okay, so connection use is no big deal. Program loading can be skipped. Okay, here's the first annoying node. It's an SPU that, being that it's a blue host, I'm not too worried about there being a trap there. So we can just see what's here and see if we care. So unload on any action and 5 tally on any action, not a huge deal. We can go, oh, darn. So there is a trap here. The trap popped. And it's this, which is pretty scary. So I'm just going to go ahead and null-op it and clear everything out. Because this was not going to be fun otherwise. We get a bunch of tally, but it's not the end of the world. You can see our damage is quite good here. We're min-rolling at 113, and that's, you know, more health than these guys have. We scan. I'm going to skip. Well, I mean, I'm very close to where I need to be, but I... Basically, so here's where I'm at, right? I'm obviously pretty close to this RCU, to where it's, like, not going to be that scary. Like, I'm just not... It's not that far away, right? So it's like... I could either go here now, which would be reasonable. Obviously, there's traps here. If I wait and clean out, like, the CPU, then come back, I can likely scan from the outside a second time, and as a result, I can see the traps early. But I think I'm not too worried about getting to the RCU in time, so let's just go ahead and walk to this. Let's scan. Thankfully, the traps are chill. Download a blueprint is not so bad. We get a little, you know, little candy there. Move forward. Connection health, connection use. Got to do both, of course. We find another SPU, and now that I saw that there were 4 things here, I expect every SPU to have 4 things, which means it's a really obvious, like, null op angle. And so I'm just gonna walk here, just gonna hit null op. I lose deception 2, it's not the end of the world. We again damaged and killed 4 ice, so that's fine. We scan from the outside. We've still got a decent amount of IO left, so I can load deception 2 again. Because it was pre-revealed, I can now see the trap on the outside. That's nice. We reload deception. And I've got all the ice, you know, destruction that I need. So I can walk here. We've got any action damage to Cyberdeck that's sleeping. Damage to connection can be handled afterwards. Let's disarm you first. Then take you down. My turn is done for now. That's okay. I'll Sleaze this next turn and then open a bunch of stuff. And that'll be totally reasonable. The one other consideration is that I can, you know, go for this road barrier. Right? I can turn this on. I can load that barrier. I can go for that barrier. But if I don't need to, there's no reason to delay things. I can just do the bridge if I want, and figure out at the end of this turn, or end of next turn, what I really want to do. So he's done. And I figure, let's start getting our talents up from cooldown as early as possible. Let's rewind right now, get his stuff back. Let's also security scramble right now, and delay the camera for another 2 turns. So now this camera's going to be gone until, like, the end of turn 4, I think. Which gives a lot of time for him to, you know, finish hacking and be done. We know the truck is delayed by 1 turn, so I have to be here by the end of turn 5. That should be no problem. And we can start our next turn. Pretty good early start, though. And, of course, the truck has spawned. Destination West Tower, verifying cargo. I think that camera angle is a little funky. Well, that's our truck. The race is on. Everybody looks sharp. Cool. Yeah, there's our truck. Cool. Okay, so I know you're walking away, so we can ignore you. Our goal is still to get over here. Everyone is behind cover, such that I'm not worried about this guard's patrols. Let's let him take his patrol then. He's walking away. Not a big surprise. No reason to rush any of this here. We're back to hacking. Sleaze the remote control thing. These things are already gone. Let's go ahead and take the bridge up. No ice or firewall is going to slow me down. Your timing is perfect. Now get someone onto that bridge to deliver the payload. Sure thing. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good for now. I don't think I need to block these barriers up. I can come back if I need to, but for now it's fine. We're here. I don't need to walk through this node because I can always go up and around, so I'm not in a rush to do anything too special here. Let's, of course, reload at least Sleaze. It's 1 per action, so I'm going to go ahead and load Disarm while I'm right here as well. It's the best place I could load it, realistically. Damage to connection, then connection use must do both. Okay, we found the CPU right here. Let's take this down early. Null op. Again, damage 3, destroyed 3. That's us being clean. Spike the CPU. We got to scan this from the outside, but we can also bypass it entirely. It doesn't matter what order I do things in, realistically. I can go up or down. But let's load scan, and let's go clean out what's over here. Connection health? Oh, we got rerouted. Okay. So yeah, we're getting some more advanced ice types. We just hit a trap that relocates you on usage. So that hit us. That's fine. Go all the way back up. This is now scan 1 of 2, so I can scan the traps. Great. I have passive and trap destruction, so no problem here. Use a program, load a program. Okay. Don't load any programs. Got it. 3 per action, 1 per action. That's a good place to reload programs. I don't need to, though. We go here. This trap's already been popped, so I can ignore you. It's been popped once. There's no ongoing effect, so again, I can ignore it. Take our download access here. Take our download here. Great. Let's leave. There could have theoretically been a chance where there's 3 pieces there, but with this one also being a upgraded type with the orbs around it and only having 3, I'm expecting there not to be 3 there either. We gotta load more of the other stuff though. I've only got trap destruction, so let's load deception and sleaze. Walk over, let's knock this down, tally, then connection use, scan from the outside, we find 2 traps, let's hope they're not too annoying. This is exit the node, load a program, download access. Okay, well, download access. Can't do more just yet. I'm going to take down disarm the node, and then just not load any programs. That should be fine. Next turn I can keep downloading. Should be no problem. No reason to might as well let everyone move. You're just standing still. Good to know. You're patrolling up and around. Not too scary, though. You're patrolling over that way, which we expected. Thanks, look ahead. Alright, the team can move forward. Now, do I have enough to get kills yet? I think the answer is no. You have a good vision cone, which is scary. Hold up is 15-meter range. Thrown bullet is 12. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to get anything special from that. You are turning back around, so I'm going to go ahead and try to stop that. So what we're going to do is run all the way up here. I would like to have 2 AP, actually, so I can reload my pistol. So if I go like this, I'm still in an acceptable thrown bullet range, I think. Another guard right there. Not a big deal. Take my reload. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw thrown bullet down and pull this guy down that way so that he's not following me anymore. That should give me some more space. Cadillac can run up pretty far. These guys currently cannot see or hear. Scary thing is actually those guys have good initiative rolls, so I need to be a little bit more cautious than what I just was, because this can definitely get scary. So the goal is, I mean, ideally actually I'd go here and reload. We'll go piecemeal. We'll stand here. I don't have to reload just yet, but I might want to. But the real consideration is, can I throw down a valuable enough vision blocker? And I think the answer is ultimately yes. But if I put it here, they can't see us no matter how they move. But if I don't want to reload, I can get closer and go somewhere else. I can also try to use lure and move these guys closer to us, which might make the fight a little bit easier. This guy's going to hear gunfire as a problem. He can hear the SMG from where he stands. And that's going to be a little bit annoying. We didn't pull him very far with thrown bullet. So future planning, because they're both going early next turn, I do want to be safe from... I know you're going to stand still, but you might move towards us. So I should cover that eventuality. And so, yeah, just put the wall down. Let's put it as close to us as possible so that we can easily, more easily bypass it. And so I just want to make sure it's, like, clipping into that box. Okay, we should be invisible. Take the reload. Decent enough turn. Cybernite has not spent any ammo yet at all. So he's actually kind of in a weird spot where he doesn't have really any actions to spend right now. I could look ahead these guards. It would be decent. Could have done that earlier, to be honest, so I knew what to plan for, but whatever. Let's go ahead and look ahead, you guys. Aiming it down so if someone walks through here, we get to catch them. You are turning back and you're standing still, so yeah, we'll just kind of sit and wait. We'll go as far forward as we can, and then it's probably going to end up having to be the bat. That's fine. I could sprint forward for a stun, but it's not really worth it, so we'll just end the turn. Alright, well, some more tally, no big deal. First camera comes back up, but we're nowhere near. And because of our early hack, this truck is getting delayed. The first scan was failed, second one is authorized, but it means it failed to verify with the 404X error code. The hold up at the gate has bought us a little bit more time. It paid off. We got one more turn. Great. We don't really need it, but hey, it's there. Alrighty, so that's all this stuff done. Don't load a program. Take our download. Got it. This stuff's all handled right now. Let's move down. We have active ice to get rid of over here. Sure. Damage to connection and tally. We'll take the connection, then the tally. Scan neighbors. We see what's over here now. There are definitely no traps because we've already scanned from the outside. We go here. We have damage to cyberduck in any action. We have a decent amount of armor. Connection health is a little bit low. So let's go in this order then. And then take down remote controls. And let's see. So we have... Right. These are part of the other thing. But we can get rid of this camera and these two laser gates. I say it's worth it. Let's just take him down because it's free. Great. Skip the visualization because it doesn't matter here. Everything is disabled, and it's a 1 per tally node, so I should load programs while I'm here. I want to go down here and see if there's any downloads in this spot. This could be worth going for, but I think for the most part, I'm very keen to skip those things. So we load our normal program set, move on down. AP costs, all I care about. We scan, we see there's only one trap. Okay, this is not nearly as dangerous, so I'm going to go ahead and look and try to play it out actually. If you load a program, steal AP, unload an action. Okay, that's actually kind of chill. So, get rid of you. Let's scan first. Okay, there might be a trap there. In fact, it's very likely there's a trap there. We should be okay to get rid of that, though. We take our download. We walk over. Let's see what the trap is. The trap is relocation. Not the end of the world, but a little annoying. We're going to go back to the left then. We need to actually reload deception now as a result because there's active ice there. Fine. Damage to connection. Connection use. Have to do both. Still have enough tools, though. It's fine. Walk over, scan again. There'll be a different trap. Already got the relocate done. This is on exit. So we get rid of the download access. We go here. And then do I want to go see if there's a download there? I think the answer is yes. So let's get rid of you, the exit blocker. Come back over. And I'm just going to walk over here. And I could preload hard shell in case the escalation is damage. I think that's reasonable. But I don't think I need to. So I'm just going to walk over here. Well, let's do it to be safe. It's 5 AP. It's not a big deal. Load hard shell. Connect over here. Hit null op. Get an escalation. It's not a big deal. Ultimately, if I hadn't loaded a hard shell, I'd have the AP to download this. But I don't really care. We're fine. We've cleaned this up pretty well overall. So, yeah, hooray for very, very strong null op. The fact that we've upgraded it and it one-shots these, mid-level ice is really, really nice overall. He's investigating the thrown bullet. Nothing too special for you. Might start running out randomly, so I've got to be a little bit cautious here, but he's at initiative 11, so it's not a big deal just yet. Alright, so right, we should let these guards waste their turns. Let's not go early. You're turning back. That makes my job a little bit easier. You're running down that way, which makes my job easier as well. And the last guard to move is you, who's just not close enough to matter, so I'm not going to think about it. I would like to get close enough that I can SMG without him hearing the gunfire. And that requires going pretty far. I've got to go like all the way up to here, which means I can't even full auto. So this is like pretty useless, unfortunately. I can like walk all the way up here and go, you know, semi-auto, but that's it. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to throw another refract wall down. Actually, I guess I'll go a little bit shorter. Well, okay, I'll do you last, actually. You can go last because everyone else is going to be more valuable. Yeah, even the silence pistol's a little bit loud, so it's kind of awkward. I have to go all the way up to here. It's not the end of the world, but it is kind of unfortunate. I don't have range for hold up, so yeah, the goal is don't get heard by you. Pistol shot a couple times here, and I'm just pretty sure I can figure out enough things to do to be fine. So, you know I'm here. He's going to hear the gunfire. It's fine. We get 2 shots here. Let's go shot 1. Decent damage. Then I could go for called shot, which would give me some crit damage, but my crit chance is so bad that's not really worth it, so we'll just pistol again. Obviously he's not dead. That's fine. That's expected. This guy knows I'm here. He sees the intruder. He is alert. Yes, indeed. Okay, fine. Yep, your patrol was bad, as expected. So I'm going to run up here, and yeah, as I kind of suspected, all I can really do is go for Atomic Stutter, delay you for a bit, and then I can burn this Dazzler to get a second stun as well. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to Atomic Stutter you. You can't report me. I'm going to yield to Cadillac. And then I don't have good ways of cleaning that kill out. So what I've got to do instead is, yeah, run to here, throw down Refract, and then... Yeah, she doesn't have good enough sounds weaponry is the problem. And then if we throw Refract like this, we're blocking almost every move this guy could make to spot us. So we're likely fine here. I can run a little bit closer. I would like to... Yeah, so if I get, like, this far down, he can hear. So I basically can't have 3 AP and take a shot. So the best I can do is go to 2 AP and take a shot. Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe we could have walked a little bit closer and put the wall a little bit farther up, but I wanted to block this line of sight. But maybe I didn't need to. If the wall is closer, we all get to, you know, end our turn a bit closer up. We have a bit more, you know, a little bit more movement available. You know, all could have been maybe possible. So we'll see if we get lucky. It's very unlikely that we do. We're inside optimal range. This is, you know, hey, if I crit, we get it, but, you know, that's not expected here. We shockingly didn't crit. And so what I could do, which I think would be wrong, but I could do it, is I could shoot my AR. It is a guaranteed glancing hit. It is basically a guaranteed kill. The downside is that you're going to hear gunfire, and because you're going to hear gunfire, you're going to be angry with me. So, hey, you know, do I want to generate this extra 2 tally from hearing gunfire? Now, to be fair, we're going to be at, right, we're at, I guess we're already at 12, are we? Yeah, we're getting 4 a turn, right? So, 4, 8, we're going to be at 12 tally, as soon as we clean up this report. We're going to be at 12, and a +2 from gunfire means we're at 14, which is not escalation. But it does mean that someone's going to get angsty and investigate. So even though I don't really need to burn the Dazzler, I'm going to choose to burn it anyway to stop the reports and have no one come looking, which buys us even more cover. Even though we're likely to kill a lot of these guards long term, it makes this turn really easy. So we threw out 2 stuns. All we're getting is 4 tally. Cleanup at this point should be really trivial. Truck finally moves forward. And so without the 404X spike, we would need to be on the zone at the end of this coming turn. Which, hey, yes, we would be able to do, but we buy ourselves a little bit of extra grace and ease. We've taken our last download. We've gotten through everything else here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full download nodes. These sometimes had stuff on them as well. We checked them all out, so pretty worthy overall. No one's close to threatening me just yet, but I'm going to walk behind some cover to be safe anyway. This camera could turn. I don't know if it does or not, but I'm behind this wall, so I'm fine for now. This is back up next turn, which scares me. Sadly, this camera is not hooked up to this matrix host, so couldn't get anything special. So I'm probably just going to packet loss this and keep it down for longer. It would see this body at some point. All that stuff would be annoying, so I don't want it. We're only getting the basic tally here, so the escalation wouldn't... Even if it escalates, there's nothing special to be seen. Let's go ahead and clean some stuff up. So someone's got to run there. Might as well have the melee character run all the way up and use her melee weapon. So let's go here, which puts me in range. We'll take a swing. And then even though I know that I'm not worried about it and that this turn is fine. See, you're still stunned for 2 turns. Like, I know the truck can't make it this turn. I'm going to choose to be risk averse anyway. And part of the reason why it's going to be, well, yeah, part of the reason, no, here's the funny thing. If I stay right here, and the thing is, I know it's fine. Next turn is turn 5, which is Tactical Surge. If I need to spend a bunch of AP killing, I can spend 8 AP swinging, which is 4 swings, and I get +1 move point from Tac Surge, which means I can use that move point, stand on that square, and have a perfectly clean turn that's no big deal. The other option is to save Tactical Surge and use it on turn 6 to get away faster, which is probably the better option. And so what I'm going to do is, because I'm not planning on Tactical Surge next turn, standing here has no cost, because it's going to cost 1 turn, 1 AP to walk up, swing twice, 1 AP to walk back. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I mean, I obviously I could have somebody else walk over and stand on this, but it's whatever. Anyway, that part is done. You've done your job. Good job. You've done some damage. You need to go do some more damage yourself, so I'm going to actually shoot this guy with the pistol. The SMG actually has armor shred, and so I would like the SMG to shoot the captain. Down you go. And I'm going to delay. Right, this guy's stunned. Can't do anything. You are patrolling, but only in a square. And so I'm going to use this SMG to try to shred the captain. I want to get as many bullets downrange as possible, which basically means we go full auto, and then we probably switch to single target afterwards. The shred chance isn't great. It's only 15%, but if we get a shred, we maximize our ability to kill him. Let's go back to single target. Basically, this gives me 1.5 hits. This gives me 0.5 hits, and then a guarantee... Well, I guess it's the same, actually. It doesn't change anything. Okay, we go full auto as a result. 1.5 hits. A chance to shred. We landed 1 bullet. It was bad. Okay, we are not shredding his armor. Is what it is. You are hunting in the direction of the thrown bullet, which makes sense. You are patrolling. The AI knows nothing. I can try to get my sniper to a spot where he has line of sight in this guy without being in audio range of those guys. It's going to be kind of tough, but I think it's technically possible. So I'm going to keep marching forward and look for a spot like around here or something and see if I can get it. I'm not sure I can, but we'll investigate that. And this guy's a very, very loud revolver. I basically can't stand anywhere useful. So all I really have, and actually I should have done this earlier. This is actually a mistake from me. Flush reduces armor by 15% multiplicatively, which means this armor is going to go from 74 to like 60-ish, 60, yeah, like 63, which is useful. By lowering his armor, it's easier to kill him, of course. No one else through the gunfire. He's still stunned. There we go. Debuff with flush, and then I can simply reload and take a shot, and it's looking pretty decent, and his armor is indeed down to 63. So the damage is a little bit higher. Instead of taking around, 6 damage per 100, it's taking 27 damage per 100, 37 per 100, so almost a 50% damage increase. The stun is going to wear off at the end of the next turn, so I'm not worried just yet, but it's going to eventually get spicy. A body timer ran out, so there is now an escalation. The escalations are reduced for the body timers, which is a problem because it's going to be a lot, and they've sent Upso to investigate. The truck is going to be right in front now. Next time the truck lurches forward, it will pass out of the main bridge. We got to make sure we land on the bridge during this turn. And, oh! It spawned headhunters. Oh, that is a problem. Oh, no. Okay, well. This got extremely spicy. So headhunters have arrived. So he's got 900 health and high quality armor. We've got a hunter here with a shotgun, 900 health, high quality armor. We've got a sniper who's a little bit more frail, right? Lower quality armor, lower health, but you're a sniper. And of course, Headhunter himself is Baby Jack. He's got an assault rifle. He's got a lot of HP. He's got very good armor. This is a problem. And Headhunters always know where you are, by the way, so this is a very, very real problem. Also of note is I don't have a lot of my tools available. Refract is down for 2 turns. She is a stealth character. I have a hacker. He also doesn't have very good tools. Yep. This is a problem. I'm going to save Tactical Surge for a turn where I'm confidently going to be in combat with them. Because even though like they will have a sniper run up and probably have line of sight on me or something, my best bet is probably still waiting this out a little bit. So let's use what we can use that's reliable. Let's start by putting you in very strong cover so that you are blocked from these headhunters. We're going to use this block a lot, by the way. This is a very big deal. So we're going to put you here. In fact, I might even use someone else as bait so my CK doesn't take damage. Like, I'd rather have her die than the Cyber Knight, right? But ultimately, I think I can still swing this. I think it'll be fine. This block still, you know, blocks quite a bit. So I'm going to take my step forward here. I don't have a ton of ammo, but I have some. You are stunned for the rest of this turn. You wake up next turn. Let's get this kill. SMG still worth using. Decent damage. Must reload. I get one more shot. It's something. Okay, we crit. That's nice. We wear him down. You're done. You're behind a big block. They can get over to here and probably shoot you, but for now it's okay. Upsell absolutely needs to book it out of here. Oh, he is in the open. Okay, so I actually might need to burn Tactical Surge just to... damn, it means I have to waste AP in my Cyber Knight, which is too bad. But I need a Tactical Surge to get him to safety. I mean, I can try to put him behind this block, but, like, that's pretty dangerous for me. I don't love this. I really don't love this. He's going to be pretty exposed. But it might be the best spot for him to be. All said and done, as awkward as that is. Obviously, everyone can hear the gunfire. That's not great. I could actually try to pull the guards over. So, here's the thing. They're going to run to where the gunfire noise was made. Which means if I revolver right now, and I shoot, they're going to be like, we heard gunfire. And with body timers running out, and a, you know, declaration of there's stuff here, they might all run this direction. Now, the problem is, if they run through here, right, if he runs up to here, he's going to see right there, he's going to see my hacker. But if these guys run to the gunfire, and they run to the spot, they're going to run right forward, they're going to see headhunters. Or at least get close to them, such that they're in the way. I think it's my best option still, to say, let's rip this. With our 2 remaining AP, we can run here, and if we duck, it's still not great. I think we just have to kind of grin and bear it and deal with the fact that this guy might be scary. He's actually not going till next turn anyway, so he's not going to be a problem yet. Yeah, I think that the call is, let's just shoot the revolver. Let's wake up some guards. Decent damage. They've heard gunfire. They will possibly investigate on their turn. And I'm going to hide. I'm going to run back here and hide. And we're going to hope it's going to be okay. It might not be okay. So my CK has very little to do. I'm going to have her yield down to 7 and see what the other guards do, of course. You are not choosing to patrol. Darn. It wasn't scary enough for them. Okay. My gunslinger should hide behind a box as well. Okay, he's going to make footstep noises. That sucks. He can't stay in the open like this. He could stand here and it's acceptable. It's not good, but it's acceptable. I can't yield an appropriate amount. Like, if this guy actually chooses to go investigate the gunfire, I don't want to be in a bad spot here. I certainly don't want to be here, because these guys can clearly shoot me. That would clearly be bad. I don't want to be fighting on 2 fronts. I'm not strong enough to really fight these headhunters right now. Especially if I have to use loud guns, these guys are going to turn and find me. So how can I manipulate this such that... how can I manipulate this such that they fight each other cleanly? I mean, I could try to go... The problem is if I shoot my revolver here, he's going to turn and see me right away. If I shoot my revolver here, I can only shoot that guy. That would be bad. If I shoot from here, I'm not in range of any of them. If I shoot from here, I'm out in the open. And I'd still only shoot that guy, so that still sucks. I could throw an early smoke. I don't think I need to yet. I think the play is legit. Should walk around this box, hide behind here, and just, like, hope this guy's not a jerk. He's going on 13, so I'm not too worried just yet. But I think it's legit jam the squad into this pink box. And... because I think it's better to be there than here. Well, I mean, being there doesn't suck, actually. Standing here is pretty reasonable. It's going to block all the line of sight. The problem is his gun is so short range, he's got to run it all the way back out to get a shot. Whereas if he's standing here, he's, like, really well covered. And can step out for damage. Again, you being at 13 is actually useful for me. So I think the play is indeed, like, let's sprint out. Let's go... let's go as close as we can inside here. This will block decent amounts of line of sight, though not all of it. I could also try to stand here and block more, but that's a little bit scarier. I'd like to save 1 AP if I can, just for the cover bonus and the initiative. Yeah, if I go here, I'm fully blocked from these guys. And I'm only worried about you turning around, but we already know what you're doing so far. So I think, yeah, I stand back here, and I let these guys move to me. Oh. Also, hey, if it wasn't scary enough, there's a mech infantry here. Very, very high quality armor, assault rifle, lots of health. Yeah, this is, not terrifying at all. I'm glad I have smoke grenades, but sheesh. Okay, well, the plan is do nothing, let everyone use their turns, and we'll see if we're going to be in danger or not. Here we go. You are patrolling forward, but not very far. If you're going to turn left, I'm really sad. Damn it. That's bad. Okay, you took cover. I don't think you have line of sight. Okay, they're mostly taking cover here. That's a big Overwatch cone that hopefully I'm safe against. You are running up with a sword, which makes total sense. You are running up with a shotgun, which makes total sense. Okay, they took things I didn't want them to do. That is a bit of a problem. Alright, who can I shoot? Well, I can shoot you. You're actually real. You're a guard that needs to be killed. You're actually alert. Okay. With body timers running out... right, they're like all running out. Like, someone's already searching here. This timer's run out. This timer's running out this turn as well. This timer's running out this turn. This timer's not. They're all going to be sent my way anyway. So I think being loud doesn't really hurt me. In that I might as well shoot this guard. Yeah, he's not going till 14, but why leave him up? I could try to go here and have line of sight of more people. One thing that's worth noting, by the way, is no one's going to be the gunfire. So one awkward thing, though, is if I do stand here, I can't full auto twice. I'm going to be stuck with a single, you know, semi-auto shot or burst fire shot. But I think, man, the thing is, I don't want to kill the basic guards if they might fight the hunters. The problem is they're just not in a spot where it's going to happen. They're all on the wrong side of the map to cover this. So I got to stay in the square, of course. And I think realistically, I just clean out as many of these guards as possible. Yes, they're going to hear gunfire. Actually, they're not going to hear gunfire, but this guy's going to get aggroed. And we just have to deal with it. And it just is what it is. So, not going to shoot this guy. He's chill for now. Again, no one else hears gunfire. The fact that you're alert means I don't get a good shot on you. But it is what it is. Actually, I guess we want to put 3 bullets on the guy with the higher accuracy. And then put only 2 bullets on him. And just try to wear it out over time. And again, not shooting you. There's going to be no gunfire heard. Oh, that crit is huge. Alright, he's going to see a body. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he fell into... Nice. I think he can't see it. That's huge. This thing's in the way. So, still going to shoot you. Still going to shoot you. Again, I'm in the square. I'm totally fine. This turn is okay. Coin flip to hit. Coin flip missed. Okay, damn. We really missed a lot of shots on that guy. Egress's gun is very loud, so it's probably a pistol angle. And it's going to be basically reload and then shoot for 1 AP, because there's a reason to shoot for 2 AP when you can just get a free reload here. Unfortunately, Baby Jack is going early, which is scary. You're going to run up as well, but I think you're not going to be in range to shoot me yet, so I'm not worried just yet. Decent damage here. We can wear you down. Alrighty. Yeah, this is definitely getting... Oh, shoot, and you're going early in the turn as well. Unique goes earlier than you, though, so I can kind of do some finagling, but yeah, this is getting a bit tough. Alright, hopefully some of these guards go before this sniper, and they eat the Overwatch cone. That would be ideal. It's going to be tough, but, you know, that would be ideal. Okay, here we go. Escalation. Okay, there's 2 robots, and they've both been woken up by the AI. We should get primary objective done, though. Body timers again. That's fine. And both mech infantry have been sent. Great. Truck moves. As it lurches forward, and the server is activated right on schedule, and the virus has been delivered. Well played. Time to get clear. All right, so how do we make this work? Egress goes early, which is nice. These guys... Okay, so, worth noting, right? I don't have perfect information of, like, there could be guards around here. If they are here, they haven't been woken up by the AI, so at least they are fully unaware. These guys are suspicious, and they're going to be walking towards this. I don't know if they're walking towards the sounds of gunfire they heard over here. I don't know if they're walking towards the corpse timers that ran out here and here. But they're walking directly down this line. They should have 6 action points, because that gives them special one. In fact, this guy's not even going this turn, because he was woken up by the AI this turn. What's also nice is we can go back the way we came, through the headhunters, or we can go out this way. And I'm really tempted to try to go out that way. Now, of course, I can't make it out during this turn, but with Tactical Surge and I get 3 more AP, I can, like, probably get to this pink box and get out during turn 7. And the pink box is pretty safe. Pink box is kind of chilling. So I'm pretty tempted to make, like, a really, like, just big sprint for it. Tactical Surge buff a lot of my team. I mean, it's clearly attack surge turn, right? And then, yeah, I can't quite exit, but I can get to the pink box. Can't get, yeah, this would be scary. I could get to, like, here and expect them to not get behind me, but I don't want to get seen by these robots, right? I would like to be out of their line of sight by being over here, which makes me very unlikely to get seen. The only downside of this is I'm wasting the entire turn for my Cyber Knight, and she's not doing anything, which is, I would say, a pretty real downside, that she's not doing anything at all. I'm safe from the headhunters, but it's still a downside, right? I'm still a little scared. That is a very real option, though. If I delay, this guy's not going till 10. This guy's not going to be in range for a bit. He's, like, where I am now, he's 50 meters away. Sprinting is usually about 4 meters per action point, so he can close around 16 meters and then shoot. Yeah, that'll be barely within the 30-meter attack range, but the other options are, like, if I stand here, I can duck behind these crates, and I should not get seen by the bots. It also gives me 1 AP for using Atomic Stutter to buy me more space. That's pretty worthwhile. I believe this is within 6 action points. Like, if I'm looking at my movement, right, it's like, okay, here and here, kind of the same thing. 1, 2, it's easily 4 AP, which means this is at most 5, right? Let's assume this is even, like, 1 full AP behind, which is not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm easily okay from this spot. Which means this spot is actually, it's safe from the headhunters, but this guy can't reach me, this guy can't reach me. I've got to win on initiative, but that's not the worst, you know, hardest thing in the world to do. I am going to be in range to stun. We're going to kill this guy, no problem, and I should be hidden from the robots. So this feels like a very reasonable spot to stand. The only other consideration that I could make here is, what if I don't want to stun? What if we just, like, take the fight to them or something? But I think that's a really risky proposition. I don't think I want to try to kill the headhunters this turn. I'm just, like, I'm not well equipped for it. I don't have, like, the best squad for this. My guns are relatively weak. A lot of them are silenced, which lowers their damage output. It's just not worth it. Yeah, okay. Let's commit to the plan. Let's get the entire team to hard cover. Let's use Atomic Stutter, and let's use other initiative manipulation tools to make sure we're going to be safe. So, this guard can see me. Actually, he only gets a glimpse. That's kind of funny, actually. We're going to stutter you because I'm well, can I choose to not stutter? That's a question. Is this remotely reasonable to pretend that he's not going to do enough to scare me? My team goes first. They've all got to go this way. No, there's no way. Could I get the kill? You're going at 17. I can at least do a short yield and see what my other guys do, but I'm not optimistic about this. So, I could cleanly get out with 2 AP to spare, which means I can at least shoot once and there's no downside. One thing I could also do is play... So this is still Overwatch, I gotta be careful. I don't want to trigger this, I've got to make sure I get around it. Like, let's actually be a little bit cautious and kind of run like this. Yeah, I can magnet on the corner with 1 AP. I'm just trying to get the game to cooperate. Alright, this should be fine. I'm out of Overwatch now. I can kind of walk with impunity. I could choose to say, like, go here. I don't have line of sight on... man, these things are, like, really annoying as cover. Yeah, I basically can't easily get in range of both of them. You're still suspicious. You're going to see a body relatively soon. I can do one shot here pretty safely. And again, I can, like, completely get out if I want to. But I think the better option is probably hide in high-quality cover instead. So I can take 2 shots and hide here, and I'm totally fine. Well, I'm not totally fine, right? These bots could see me, but it's unlikely that they do. I can even go to there. So yeah, I think the play is take shot 1. It's a guaranteed glance. Okay, shot 2, guaranteed kills. He's going to see a body, probably. Actually, no, this is still blocking line of sight, which is funny to me. And the goal is, yeah, hide behind this crate. I should be impossible to hit, and I should be very, very far from their line of sight, such that I am likely safe, though not guaranteed safe. Another option is to stand here instead. This still gives me more or less the same crate cover, but actually blocks the Pobot. I keep calling them Pobots. The Mecha Infantry. I think this is actually a pretty good spot to stand. In that it should still have... They have to get to here to get a gunshot on me, and that just seems very, very unlikely to happen. Yeah, I think somewhere around here is actually quite safe. And next turn, I should have good enough initiative tools that I'm not worried. I could be wrong about that, but I'm oh yeah, he's at 21. That's huge. Okay, so with you being suspicious, I'm still pretty afraid. I can't re-yield. Do I want to stun, or do I want to save stun for one of these guys running up and being scary later? I think what I want to do is throw a look ahead over here. I want to delay the hunters as much as I can. -2 initiative is not a ton, but it can matter next turn. Does Cadillac have... For Phreak, not till next turn. Okay. That's just fine. Ultimately, the call is, am I stunning, am I not? I think ultimately, you can threaten me. I'm going to stun. We've taken as long as we can. We're going to stun. That's the play. Alright, Cadillac can go run for a sprint. She can go almost the same spot that my other guy, which is pretty good. I think hugging that is a little scary because you have a cleaner line of sight here. It's not that different from this, but I'm afraid of those bots still. I think I still want to hug that wall. I think it's actually okay. Actually, ooh, can I hug? No, that's not any good. That's pretty open. I think hugging this wall is fine, actually. I think it's acceptable. We'll make it run for it, and I think it is unlikely, combined with initiative tools, that I get caught out there. That's the bet I'm making. I'm going to hope that I'm right. Thank you, Tactical Surge, for the giant boost of movement points. All right, Mech Infantry 1 is walking. Actually, one thing that's going to be tough is it's going to block off my... Oh, shoot. Oh, he's going that way? Oh, that's not good for me at all. All right, you're still not in range of anything, though. Overwatch Cone is just barely beatable. So I'm not going this way, clearly. I'm in both those Overwatch Cones. Who can still go? You, but you're stunned. And then the rest of these... Yeah, the rest of these guys. So it looks like the play is trust the pathfinding, that I'm not walking into anything scary here. And just come around the corner. Let's go piecemeal. Let's just spend 3 AP. And realistically, do I need him as a hired gun here? Oh, actually, maybe because you're going to see stuff. So I need to kind of duck behind a lot of this to get to safety. So if I duck you to here, you should be safe, and this should be bypassing most of the vision cone. He should get briefly seen right here. No, actually, no, he'll be fine. It's still blocked. Okay, this should be fine. Gets out from under the vision. But I gotta be careful, because these guys can still move up and be scary. But I think a full evac... Now, actually, I'm not sure I want a full evac, because that smoke grenade might come in handy. The downside of leaving him in here, though, is that If he low rolls on initiative, I need to cover him. But I think it's fine, because what I'm going to do is my Vanguard's going early. She can throw down Refract, and everyone's safe to walk. Actually, no. If everyone's going first, I don't care. He like, everyone's already early in initiative, so no, he can just leave and it's fine. You are stunned. You are trying to get into range, but as a shotgunner, you're just not that scary. You've got a sword. You can't get into range quite, but it's going to be a lot closer. You're going to be almost able to hit. And if he rolls high in initiative... Okay, he didn't. He got a 16. Sniper can move, but again, I am very well hidden. Can you Overwatch me? No, you don't have another Overwatch charge. Okay, that's good news for me. But if you rolled well in initiative, I'm scared. Thankfully, you didn't. Okay. Yep, the truck is going to make its exit or come close to it. That's totally fine. Get ready to say goodbye to the truck, all loaded with Taylor's destructive viral payload. Scramble for the X's team. We've executed our plan nicely. Alright, well, we've got 3 mercs. They are all up. They are all ready to go. Through an abundance of caution, I'm going to throw down Refract. I shouldn't need to, but it's there, just in case. Again, it literally, there's no randomness here. We're fine. But, yeah, rock in a hard place, and we just barely got past all the vision. And just barely snuck away from everybody else here. You leave, and then my Cyber Knight is just going to run. This robot will see me right at the very end here, and it doesn't matter. We are gone. Not a minute too soon. The lab equipment is on its way, and Zara will be none the wiser. Zara will be none the wiser. I'm covering our escape with quantum countermeasures. Let's ride. Wow, I am actually surprised we got to do that without firing almost any shots. We managed to dodge Baby Jack, but the Henner won't stop. That is true. You have to dodge him 3 times before he gives up and says it's not worth the bounty. They're too evasive. Obviously, you can kill him, and that would stop it as well. But yeah, that was a very fun wrinkle there. If I had a more heavy team, I'd be more willing to fight them, but I don't. The infected truck passed through the way station without stopping, carrying your virus. Revenge will be sweet. I wish I could be around to see Zara's face, but I'll be boosted by then. Should we assume you have a plan for that operation as well? I do, but the conditions keep changing on the ground. I have to be very careful now, or Zara will become suspicious. We've helped cash in your insurance plan so that they'll be happy to see you at Rooktech. Let us help you get clear of Matt now. The moment the situation is right, you'll hear from me. So the end of this storyline has not been added to the game yet during early access, so it is currently on pause, and it will resume when the devs add the rest of the mission. We get a really solid amount of XP. I failed to, this is a mistake on my part, I failed to put one of my understudies in the Simstream Trainer to get bonus XP. It would have been nice, I forgot, it's my bad. But we get a really solid payment here. We get a decent number of downloads. We get a good amount of XP. All positive stuff here overall. Can't complain. That is truck job complete. This is going to be due in 0 hours, so next thing I'm ever going to do is run this mission. Let me make sure there's no new weapons to craft. Let me sort by powerful and rare. And yeah, I have so many of these. It's so funny. I have so many of these. I am willing to craft a second steel snake at some point whenever I go for a dual SMG setup on my Agent EX, but for now it's not going to be happening. I don't need a second shotgun by any means, but I'm saving them. I'm going to sell them. Oops, I'm not going to craft them, sorry. I'm going to sell them when I need the influence limit break, but Origami Joe and Dig are both at 80 already. There's no reason to give them more influence, but I'll sell them when the time is right. Cooling's going to be done. Counterintel is going to be done relatively soon. Scrubbing done. This mission, of course, is going to be next. We'll run that next episode. This is due in 12 hours for the legwork, so I probably can start some legwork in a little bit. Obviously, I've got to run who I can as mission. We'll get the roster ready and probably put people into the Simstream Trainer appropriately. So we'll prep our mercs. Obviously, our hacker's not going to go, but our soldier will. Let's swap some loadouts. You're going to be Urban Assault Loud. You're going to be Sniper Loud. You're going to be Gunslinger Loud. And you are going to be AR Loud. I'm going to steal his pistol briefly. I'll give it back. Don't worry about it. I've got to reset the here. This is now AR Loud. Overwrite that, and then yeah, you get the pistol back, and we also bought a barrel mod. Let's attach that real quick. Cool. All right, so that's the squad we're going to run. Before we do that, we've got, of course, train our mercenaries up. So the Cyberknight has +1 point here. I could double check my notes when the talent limit increases to 8, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and make atomics that are better. The options are to make this debuff make the kills much easier with a large armor drop. I can also go for a crit vulnerability afterwards, or I can increase the stun duration massively. Them being dropped for 3 turns is a pretty big deal, to be honest. So the question is, do I want the 3rd turn of stun, or do I want the damage? I think I want the damage, to be honest. I'm going to go invest here and say that now my atomic stutter makes it easier to kill the target. Very good for hitting captains. As we saw from the captain we had to go for, we never got armor shred, and it took a lot of bullets to kill. Without a shotgun or a sharp blade, there are pretty limited armor reduction tools. So if we look at the market real quick, right, I'm like, hey, show me powerful and rare weapons. And I'm like, well, I've got this Urban Assault, which, to be fair, 30% shred chance, 3 hits is pretty good. The effective chance of you shredding your opponent is like around 60-ish%, maybe around 65, which is pretty good. But at the same time, if I get like, where's my powerful shotgun? Why can't I see it? What am I doing? I'm sure it's on my screen. I'm just like not noticing it. Actually, I didn't sort my powerful and rare, did I? No, I didn't. That's why. Yeah, if I look at like the level 3 shotgun on offer, and that's like multiplied by accuracy as well. So it's 65 if I have a high accuracy shot. But for the shotgun, it's just baseline 75 with a pretty similar shred profile and fewer action points, right? So I can, for 4 AP, do the shred chance twice. And for 6 AP, I can do it 3 times, which is a higher shred chance than the UAR. But I have to get in range, of course, right? UAR is ranged at 16, and this is ranged at 10. Regardless, right, the pistol has 0 armor shred, the SMG only has 20 armor shred, which is even worse. Sniper rifle only 15, but I get this blade, 40%. And in fact, the active, the power slice, is literally to shred the armor. So, you know, obviously pretty good there, right? If I go for the other kinds, it's still a pretty solid, decent armor shred, even if the active is just pure damage, which still cuts through armor, right? But yeah. Otherwise, the clubs have really solid damage as well here, right? 225 and 105. That'll just eventually cut through it, honestly. 225, 105 compared to what I'm equipped right now, which is, you know, worse. Anyway, though, CK has been trained. That's what I cared about here. We go to the Vanguard. We got to go for some training here as well. It's pretty worthwhile, like, really bumping Refract. She is going on a combat mission right now, which means I'm pretty tempted to say, hey, you're on a combat mission, let's max out Refract, let's get the cooldown a bit shorter. As we saw from last mission, the cooldown could have actually mattered, so I don't think I need the range very badly, though. I'm going to skip on that, but I'll, you know, start boosting Jam Kit more instead. Not that we're going to use it on that mission, but it's fine. So there's the class training done. The face is not quite ready to go to level 11, so got some time to wait there. But yeah, with the SimStream trainer ready to go, we can go ahead and throw our... Well, everyone else is busy, but we can throw Dade in. Send him... Let's see. The question is actually, do I want to send him to the trainer or to the detox? I don't really need that many more talent points. But I might be really considering... Well, I guess there's no missions due for a while. I'm going to be doing a ton of legwork here. There's only one mission on offer. No one else has one that they're sending to me. So the entire squad can go on legwork. I think ultimately let's put him in the trainer. Let's give him the XP anyway. I think it's fine. I'm going to send you in. Congratulations. When I have the money, I'm going to buy rather a better cyber deck. I'm going to go and probably grab this one, but I need another 400k. The nice thing is the mission is going to pay decently well. Doesn't give me everything I need, but it gets us closer. Field Up Center, I have no tokens, so I can't put any leverage on. But anyway, next episode's going to be running this. It's going to be probably doing some shopping, and ultimately, the squad for the mission is ready to go, right? We've got our weapon mods, we've got our guns, we've got a decent amount of secondaries and consumables. And yeah, we'll put people on for the legwork, and it should overall be just fine. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.